Welcome back to Open Up. I'm Tina Miller. Thank you so much for joining us.
John Clark, and a little shout out to our viewers in Egypt. We've got them there.
Egypt!
We got to get over there and see the pyramids. And anyway, welcome. Glad to have you, guys. First, a couple of things. You're businessmen, and you're working and moving in the business climate. We've had. Part of the purpose of this show is to be an encouragement and a resource for small businesses. And what we keep hearing from the business people we come on is if they had to start their businesses again today in California, they couldn't do it. They're just so overlaid with regulation and things. Tell us your experience and what you're seeing out there and what solutions you might have for us.
Yes.
If I had to start over today, I'd go into government because that's where the easy money is. Personally, I don't think you work
easy money.
Yeah, you don't work too hard. You get a nice retirement plan. That's what I say.
They can't get rid of you.
Yeah, and you can't get rid of me. Yeah.
If you and I were in government,
but no, it's been a real joy. I think my success, if I had any success, came about when I became self-employed.
Okay.
You know, working for a company really restricts you as to how much money you can make, what you can do, and there's so many restrictions. So when I became self-employed, I was able to really implement what I wanted to implement. But the key to anybody being successful in any business is not them themselves, it's the employees that they have working for them. And my success, I have to say, revolves around the employees I've had working for me. They've been with me 26, 24, 21, and 15 years now.
That says a lot.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I have great employees, great employees.
well, last night I had my 35th anniversary, which you
Yes,
know, Tina,
yes.
with farmers. So we had a little party last night. So a lot of it is your employees. A lot of it is the type of business you go after. I teach, as I mentioned, one night a week at University of Phoenix, and you know, like a lot of business people, I've looked at this generation and gone, you know, it's going to be tough for them. Well, I'm more encouraged now teaching than I was before I started teaching.
Really?
Because, especially at that level, the master's level, and you know, some of the undergraduate classes, you look at some of these students and go, you know, we're going to be okay. And for the longest time, I wondered about that. But I don't think you have the motivation that, say, our generation or Clay's generation, going back 2 or 3 generations.
This is his typical nod. I served at the Last Supper.
Well, when you were talking about Colonel Baker, you know, I thought
Yes.
I thought Clay was going to interject something because they went to college together. But anyway, so I think it was, you know, I hate to sound old, but it was tougher for us, you know, starting in business at that
Yes.
time. But there was more opportunity, I think, because of government regulation and just the way the marketplace has changed. I think there's opportunity out there, but you've got to be willing to look for it and find it. And you've got to have the stick-to-itiveness to succeed.
You know, not only
And I
sounding
don't
old,
see
you
a
might
lot
want
of
to look
that.
in a mirror.
I try not to. But anyways,
We do this all the time.
I know. That's why you guys were so much fun and so popular.
yes, we
People
were.
wanted to be on your show.
I know. I couldn't believe that. People would call up and say, hey, can we come on the show? It was amazing.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
I have to tell you now, though,
Yes.
my career has really changed quite a bit because the insurance business, I'm in the health side and Marty's in the commercial side.
Okay.
The health side has changed tremendously since Obamacare came into play. So now my focus is more on making sure that employers are in compliance and doing the ACA, the Affordable Care Act requirements that need to be done because employers have no idea of the penalties that they're going to be facing.
Yes.
If they don't do the things correctly, it's a $100 a day penalty per employee. That's $36,500 a year penalty per employee that you have, and you won't know you're being penalized for 18 to 24 months
Oh, my.
by the time the audits are done. So employers, if you're listening, you really need to get on top of this and get in compliance.
And give Clay a
Excellent.
call at...
Yeah, we'll have his info on the screen.
You know, I remember you saying, Clay, toward the beginning of Obamacare when it was all being debated that this is going to wipe out your business. It sounds like you've been able to take advantage of all the faults in the thing to turn that to good purpose.
I think it wiped out a lot of small business people. Like myself, I was a small business person, but I just merged with a much larger organization that's national, so that's helped quite a bit. But I've been able, as a small business owner, you're able to change directions quickly. You don't have to go through all these committees and get approvals all the way up the line. That's the benefit of being a smaller business. You can adjust to the times.
Now talk. Go ahead, Marty.
Don, I was going to say, there was a program a couple months ago that I remember watching. They had the president of Home Depot and 2 or 3 other companies, and they asked him that same question, and they all said, in this environment, we could not start our business today. There's just no way.
Oh, wow.
Well, let that be a warning that something drastically needs to
Right.
change. I don't know
Sure.
what it is. I'm just saying it
Yeah.
has to happen if we're going to retain our entrepreneurial dynamic spirit.
I think so.
Now let's talk about our young people. Because pensions have gone away, all the normal security nets, Social Security, we don't know if it's going to be there or not. And so it's really come down to personal responsibility. And it's hard to get people to save, young people to save, and look toward the future.
Yes.
You know, there's only 4 states in the United States that teaches any kind of financial education to our high school students.
Really?
Colorado just passed a law that or Colorado or Utah, one of those, that you have, every student before they graduate has to have 2 semesters of financial education.
Great idea.
There was a guy here that I know that went through USC, paid $100,000 for his education, came out with an MBA, and doesn't even know what a Roth IRA is. I mean, he said no one ever taught him, you know, the most basic things of his own personal finance.
How
So
sad.
maybe we could all get together and lobby Sacramento. Let's get this done for our kids here in California.
Well, I
What-
think lobbying
that's great.
Sacramento's tough because all they want to do is give money away.
Sure.
I mean, right now we're seeing that they're going to start covering health insurance for illegals, taking $40 million additional from our budget. I mean, maybe that's a great thing, maybe it isn't, but there's got to be a better way than just giving things to people. We need to make people responsible, and that's been the problem all along.
What do you say to the young people who have no idea about their finances and how to manage?
Well, in a lot of my classes, I make sure things like the Roth IRA are taught, you know, and it's amazing the questions that come up. But you just lay it out for them. You know, the time value of money is so impressive. You could have somebody who puts $2,500 a year in an IRA for the starting at 18 and quits it at age 28. And you have somebody who starts at 28 and quits at 65, the first person will have more money than the second because of the time value of money. So, you know, once you explain those kind of concepts to people, it's amazing what a difference it makes. And it doesn't take a lot of money. You can put $50 away as a
Right.
kid, as a younger person, and it's amazing because of that accumulation how much money you'll end up with at retirement age.
Right.
So it's explaining the conceptions to people. That's what makes the difference.
I think
People need to
didn't
start.
Einstein call compound interest the 8th wonder of the world?
Yes, he did. Yeah.
The problem is people won't start, and that's if they could just get started, even
Sure.
if it's on a small amount,
Yes.
and then increase it as their incomes increase.
Exactly.
You don't miss it. You really don't miss it because it's taken out of your check many times before taxes are paid or Social Security.
It's funny you mentioned Al. There's something I put in on the wall of every class I teach, and that's the more I learn, the more I realize how little I know.
That's next to his
So-
picture.
Yes, yes, yeah.
What about the jelly beans? Do we have them with us?
Yes, we do.
Oh,
Jelly
oh,
beans?
They're
they're
right
over
there.
there.
Yeah, they're right there. I should
Tell us about the jelly beans, really, before we
well,
have to go.
we had a lot of fun with that. What I did is I posted it on Facebook, and then I had it at my office for my party last night. And I want to thank all the people that showed up.
Yeah.
But we had a little fun with it. People had to guess how many jelly beans were in the jar.
And I participated.
Yes, you did.
I said 250.
Bring it on over
right?
here.
Bring it on over here. Thank
Well,
you, darling Erica.
the amazing thing is, okay, now you
Ooh,
can
they
tell
look
that's
delicious, too.
well, we can break into it. I brought it
Oh,
for us to do
okay.
that. But you look at that and you think, well, it's not a very big jar. And you guess 200 and change.
250.
Don, you want to take a shot at it?
Take a shot. What's the prize? What's
I
the,
said
it's- the prize
180.
is
I
already-
said 888.
All right, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Doo, 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 doo.
I'm going to say 1,200.
You know, that's not bad. It's wrong, but it's not bad.
Oh, Chris says 590.
Okay, would you believe 909?
What?
And I want a recount.
909. Yeah.
I counted it by myself.
That's why I want to recount.
Did you eat any while you counted?
No,
While
I
you
did not.
counted?
I was actually pretty good about it.
Oh, boy. That's a delicious
Yeah,
looking jar of jelly beans.
But it was a lot of fun. I think we had like 80 or 90 people on Facebook look at it. And I had 150 people show up at the office yesterday for our party. And, you know, so we had a lot of fun with that. That was one of the...
Excellent.
You know, you two guys are in a business that if you took retail and real estate and combined them, the business they're in is double, both of those put together. So really, there's a lot of opportunity for young people in there.
Okay.
I didn't hear it. We got our producer.
Just a
talking.
little over a minute, and we're
Oh,
going to look
okay.
at how
Oh, here we go.
how our viewers can contact our our wonderful guest today, Clayton Kerner, or we call him Clay affectionately. He's a certified agent with Walter Mortensen Insurance, Insurica. And you're an alliance broker and
Well,
consultant?
Alliance Brokers merged with Insurica about
okay.
6 months ago.
Oh, okay, wonderful. And he's located right here in Bakersfield on Stockdale Highway. Telephone number 661-316-5111. And, there's an email, and that's ckerner, Koerner, at insurica.com.
Want my
Oh, he's-
glasses?
And then Marty,
Thank
look at all of those licenses.
Yes. Oh, is that what all that is? Oh,
Well,
it's
when you have
ups
a
and
name
downs.
like Pay, you have to have something to
Oh,
extend those.
Pay, that's
Yeah,
right. Marty Pay. Farmers Insurance, and he is licensed as well as Clay. And he's located at 121 East F Street in Tehachapi. Telephone number 661-822-6800.
Marty, congratulations on a great career. And,
Thank you.
It's still ongoing,
Thank you,
isn't
Don.
it?
Appreciate
Still
that.
building momentum.
Yes.
Another 35 years, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Clay, Marty. We'll see them again. Thank you all for joining us today.
Stay strong, everybody.